Hello everybody. I hope you guys are having a good day today. Today I'm going to go over some of the rogue stuff that I've been recently working with. Typically it's clearing me through really good content all the way till tier 40. I'm doing anything between tiers post sacred into what's it called? Uh, Ancestral, and I'm having no issues with my rogue right now. And so today I'm going to go over some of the key factors that I've been doing. So as you can see here, I have almost nearly 800 dexterity, as it is the most prominent role that you'll need. Prominent stat that you'll need throughout your build. And the other thing is not to care a rat's ass about anything to do with like your resistances. You want to be fairly armor based. So anything that's near my level, I have 71% reduced damage. And then after that, anything that goes through that, I also have like, depending on where they're at, it is the defensive. It would be damage from close, which is really good. So if that cracks into the, if they're in the close department, that goes after uh, um, the original defenses. So it would be 71% of that original damage is taken off, and then if they're close, then it's a modifier of 45% of whatever the leftover damage is. So half of the original amount is getting through, and then the same thing with the damage reduction from that. And then also another layer of whatnot. So 20% of this is cut off. So which is really good. And then you're stuff with a fairly decent bit of life. And another thing is when you do when you use a skill, you have 20% damage reduction for 2 seconds. I have a really low roll on that, actually. In fact, 20% for 6 seconds would be more something that you would like. But since we're always spamming our twisting blades in our build, it should never have an issue. So everything you want to have slotted in your armor, I just have a couple of max life rolls, but you want to have control impaired. So when you get knocked down, like CC for instance, any CC slowed, knockdown, fear, and whatnot, you want to make sure that you are capable, or stuns, you are capable of having increased damage reduction. So another 18% on top of whatever the damage is going to come through while you're CC'd is incredibly important. Let's see. I don't think there's a stat for that, but I do have roughly. There's 18%. Honestly, I have the best stuff in right now. I mean, I should be switching it. So it should be. I think you should have 50% damage reduction while CC'd is entirely important. I just don't have it in yet. Like a little, I like an extra little bit of life, but it's what. Definitely 100% have these armors and then I don't even have best roll on my bow. I should have more damage, but anyways, time to move into the damage aspect of our build. As we go through this, obviously your most important part about your build is vulnerable damage, because that is primarily, if we use puncture, it's all about getting these blades to spread, and then in turn, you're having these massive swaths of enemies getting killed by your shadow imbuement plus twisting blades, getting vulnerable to all these enemies, and then you're just looking for compound explosions basically throughout these fights. And then I just have a little bit of lucky hit execute, which makes me clear packs a little bit faster. Twisting blades are hitting all these enemies, and then I don't even know what my lucky hit percent chance is. Let's go back up to the top. Lucky. I don't know what it is. Anyways, overpower, obviously the worst stat in the game. You've probably heard it from a million other content creators. Overpower is easily the worst damage bucket in the game. The other damage buckets that are really important are going to be basically your crit, and your crit damage is just what is most important right here. I can't read. I have 30% crit, and I got that mostly on my mostly on my, where's it at? I have 7.5% max roll on this ring, and I also have a max roll somewhere else. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. Almost damn near 12%. I have 11% basically coming from that, and I have an 8%. So you're looking at Sorry, I'm really bad at math. We're looking at 18% coming from just these two, and then I'm sure I've got crit chance coming from somewhere else. But that's besides the point. Oh, critical strike, your intelligence. That's why it says my second base tag. And so the most important part about your whole build is actually your Paragon board. And I'm going to give you a real rundown of the most important parts of my Paragon board. As you can see, I don't even have, like, I'm doing these things without even the renown in these 3 areas. So there's 12 points that I'm missing from that. I'm missing 3 levels to my Paragon. I'm putting these things like there's bread and butter into these. So starting off with our first rune, I have Cutthroat subs 20% increased Cutthroat skill debit. So basically just 20% on top of that, and 20% on top of that, and 20% on top of that, and that's about it. So I have so basically my most important abilities. You basically always want to make sure you Shadow Imbue, and then it's 20% Shadow Imbuement to each, and it's just compounding. It's just absurd damage. And then, I don't have this yet, but I'm looking to get 10% extra damage reduction on top of that. And then this one, it is, so I do an extra 33% damage to close enemies. And I'm never not close to them. It's ridiculous to say as a rogue. You're always going to be on top of them. You're setting your traps up. Easily the best things you can go for. So I have that. And so my first board was actually the this one, No Witnesses. So your ultimate skill is an extra 30% damage. And you get 10% increased damage after that. So 10%, you get just an insane damage boost thereafter. And then, so we're basically, for half the time that this is down, so this is 50 seconds, and if it kills an enemy, it's 10 seconds, so it's pretty much always going to kill an enemy, unless it's like an extremely tanky boss, then you're not going to get it for 50 seconds. But basically, every time this is down, you can, so it lasts for 1.25, you have 19 seconds of just pure, I mean, you're going to get the damage for it. You're going to get an extra, 30% damage on your ultimate. So it's going to do 20,000 damage. I don't even know if that's including, actually, we can just check. What the heck? It actually went down in damage, what the? Okay, whatever. I bet I've been reading something wrong. I don't know what's going on. But as you can tell, it's basically, you could just pretty much plan for whenever your ultimate is down. You can kind of time it. You have up until 30 seconds mark, unless you kill someone, you have 20 seconds you only have 20 seconds left until your ultimate's up again. So basically, over, what would you say, 60% of, like, all the fights that you're in, you should be running up with an untime of 10%. So basically, it's just overall, it's safe to say 10% damage boost pretty much all the time. I have this rare node that says 50% damage to healthier enemies, so anything over, what is it, 85% HP is healthy, considered healthy. And I actually think you have a thing on this that you take. Let's see, healthier enemies are considered, oh god, let's see if we can find it. Have 80%. So 80%, went over that. So I have, actually, this is really good. So I have 36% increased damage, and I also have 50% from over here. So I'm doing 86% increased damage to people that are healthy. And that just swathes them down so much. All the way get knocked down, it's just insane. So, and then we also have a 12%, 12.5%. And then we took some crit damages here. But obviously, you can always pick up some more crit damage. And if you're versing really tanky enemies, then go ahead and pick that healthier whatnot. And so this one also, you have 10% damage reduction. I'm pretty sure I went over that. And then we followed over here. We got this control impaired duration reduction. Really important. You want to make sure that when you are CC'd, it does not last long whatsoever. You don't want to get caught. No one likes dying when they're unable to do anything. It's basically just a skillless death. And of course, you know, it's very annoying. And then we got some damage over time reduction. Very helpful. We love that. Plenty of that. And then we have, here is our most important part. We want some attack speed, since we are attack speed based build. Puncture is attack speed based, I believe. And so, and then we cross over here. And then this is my most important rune. I think that's what they're called, glyph, part of my language. They're my most important glyphs in part of my build. Here we have the glyph socket, 16.3% damage to elites. and 102% armor. But that's not what it is originally. Originally, it is temp 102% increased bonus to all magic nodes in this area. So basically, I did this. So you have 60.2, 16.2, so you have 30. Originally, if we take out this, we have just 8%, and then we socket this bad boy in, and now they double. They're doubled. So here we have an insane armor, and once I upgrade it more, I'll be able to get more armor, strength, intelligence, and then more damage to elites. It'll be insane. And then after that upgrade, we're going to try to get over here, which is our next big area that I'm going to be going for. Just because I need some more damage. Things are getting rather tanky. And then another, because we're looking for crit, that's our most important damage bucket outside of vulnerable. But that's about it. And so some of the other things I'm using, the only unique pair of things I use is this. Basically 10% increased damage across all enemies. Since you're always killing them, you're going to be sitting on their faces, giving them nice lap dances for free of no cost. The only cost is that you're going to have to get that fucking item. And then, so we'll move up here. I'll move some alternatives. Before I got these OP pair of, look at these, just immaculate, slowing them, getting that, you know, if they're CC'd, I'm doing damage. So therefore, it's always nice to get a little bit of like Ricky chance. And then we're going to go to my stash, pardon me. Don't look at any of that. Yes, these. So, what? No, this must be not it. Did I sell them? Oh, right here. So, this is the only alternative I have for a couple of things. So, this one is your most important, probably, pair of gloves that you can find until you have something like mine, which is a +4. This one's a +3 to all core skills, so basically it's hitting this. You just want your twisting blades up, so unless you're doing one of the assassin builds that run both the core abilities, this is your most important part. It is attack speed, vulnerable damage, and then when you wear these, you need to make sure that you are not running Death Trap. You need to make sure you're running the Shadow Clone. Shadow Clone is so important for your build. It'll make you so OP if you're running it with this. So basically 20 damage, 30% damage. On top of it, I don't have the best roll, but I don't have a worse roll. Another thing is you get if I had a better attack speed roll, it'd have been a toss-up about which one I was going to do. And then that's about it. So the most important part, the other bread and butter before I go, it is the dazed aspect. And then this as well, make sure you're always tanky. 50% bonus armor. I'm hitting, I don't know what the armor cap is in this game. I'm hitting, so an extra 3k. I'm hitting almost damn near 10k armor when I'm maxed out. So in the middle of the fight, I'm rampaging like a mother trucker. Put this back on. Another thing is, it's this combination between these things. So, lucky hit. So on lucky hit, I'm doing direct damage to a vulnerable enemy. I have a 41% chance to daze them for 2 seconds. And then on top of that, it is the ability. So if I hit this, I have a 41% chance. And then I flip another coin. If I hit heads on it, bam, there's another person in that nearby enemy. It can spread to other enemies, and it's multiplicative. I've seen it thousands of times. You hit these awesome enemies. You hit these groups of enemies. And then one falls over, bam, domino effect, they're all falling over. Next thing you know, you're twisting blades, bam, the whole pack is dead, and then you just fly through the dungeon like there's no tomorrow. That's why you always want to be clicking puncture as you walk around, because you never know if you're going to hit the lucky hit the necky hit. Next thing you know, you don't have to worry about wasting any abilities on those enemies. You just jump right in, kill them instantly, and then you walk away. You don't have to worry. There's no hesitation, because they're all getting fucking knocked over. Another thing is, if you're running PvP, before I go, TLDR, actually, screw the PvP, TLDR, crit, most important. Make sure you have the max roll on these twisting blades. That's the only thing I can think of. High dex on everything. Make sure you get the, I don't have the increased dex on this, but make sure you get increased dex, and it's something that's +3 to whatever skill. I have the exploit passive, which is the increase to, healthy and injured people, and then basically just running that. Make sure you're running restore resource on CC, really important, because you always want to be dazing people, making sure you get that energy back, because we're very energy hungry until we get our inner insight. And make sure you're always jumping to the inner insight, people, because you want to just instantly kill them, get that meter up. And then that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and then have a nice day.